Hey everybody on YouTube, Hello Bella here. Just wanted to do a video about my 6-day sourcing trip that I just got back from. So I've been on the road for quite a while, or so it feels. I spent 5 nights in a hotel, so 6 days total that I was on the road. And the main reason that I took this trip was, number one, my house was rented out on Airbnb for 9 days, so I needed somewhere to go. I usually stay with family, but that's a little bit long for me to stay anywhere, and I didn't want to be a burden, so I took this trip. And I'm really glad that I did, because I got a lot of time to enjoy some sites that I've never really seen as an adult. I went to Nashville, I went to Franklin, Tennessee, Chattanooga, Huntsville. It was just a really pleasant trip. I took my time with it and didn't stress out too much about having to be in any one place. But the reason that I am showing you all this is to kind of give you an idea of the breakdown of how much it costs to do something like this as a reseller and how to get on the road for cheap. So I have a log of every day that I was on the road, and then here's the total breakdown of each day. So you can see that I spent anywhere between $242 to cheapest day was $89.69, and then I go even further into detail to break down the whole cost of the trip was $1,069.02. So what does that include? That is including hotels, all my food, my trips to the aquarium and the Incline Railway and Point Park, the gas, and the inventory that I bought. So you can see right here off the top that hotels and inventory really accounts for about 2/3 of the trip total, and then the rest of it is just little incidentals like the food and the entertainment and the gas. So I'm gonna try to keep this video informative about the places that I went to as far as sourcing there. So here is day one. I left Florence and headed to Franklin, Tennessee, which is about 30 minutes from Nashville. So I spent 2 nights in Franklin, and the Airbnb that I got was $79.82 a night. I went to, Goodwill, so 3 Goodwills, and that was all of my sourcing for the day. But that first day was really good as far as finding books. You can see that I found, I think 61 books. I have a little log here, and this log is really just for me to look back on. And you can pause this too if you want to read the log, because it is kind of interesting to see. What did I write here? First stop was really good. I want to estimate close to $500 in profit in that one haul from 42 books, many textbooks and some obscure manuals. The other places were okay, but I wasn't really going hard. I was trying to kind of keep this trip business/pleasure. Usually I'm just totally business. $44 on Indian food and beer. So yeah, you obviously don't have to spend $44 on food for one meal. That was a little bit extra of me. I didn't have to do that, but yeah, what's money for if you can't eat good food? I wrote ways to cut cost. You could eat cheaper food and bring your own food, and you could also cut the Airbnb down to $40 to $50 a night. I'm kind of particular about my Airbnbs. You can stay in just a side bedroom in someone's house for like $40 or $50. So if that's something that you're comfortable with, you can do that. I stayed in a guest room of probably a $400,000 house in Franklin, so I felt really safe there, and there was a family there, so I mean that went fine. Okay, let's go to day 2. Day 2 was also in Franklin. Breakfast, granola bars that I brought from home. Went to Goodwill Outlet. That is the really sketchy outlet in Nashville, Tennessee on Berry Road. I guess it's not that. It just feels super sketchy if you're not used to going to the outlet, because it's just digging and they just have all of these bins and you just have to fight with other people. And these people are ruthless. They're so rude. But anyways, at that place, I found a bedspread. I got my dog a bed, 5 purses, a big throw rug, and a big tote for my car to keep stuff in, and it was only $21. Then I got a snack, Bellevue, Tennessee Goodwill. I believe this Goodwill was in like a fancy shopping center, and it was completely picked through. Like, I guess they get so much traffic that there's not any room left to find books. McKay's bookstore in Nashville, and there's also one in Chattanooga. I highly recommend you go there if you haven't been there yet. That place is awesome for personal shopping, but also for sourcing, and also they have a free bin outside of the store. So I pulled a lot of money out of the free bin, and then inside I got 28 books total. Okay, and then I went back to the Indian food place because, listen, you guys, I'm just going to tell you, I'm shameless plug. It's called House of India, and it is so freaking good that I went there 2 days in a row. House of India, Franklin, Tennessee. Tell them that Bella sent you. Like, that stuff is so good. I'm going to come back up there just to eat, like, for sure. Anyways, okay, then I ate Chick-fil-A. I was just being nasty on this trip, guys. I've been eating terrible. I gotta get back to the Y and go work out. I went to the gym yesterday when I got home. So, today is the 24th, and it's Thursday, so today is class day, and I take my real estate test for the first time in class. It doesn't really, I mean, it does count, but it doesn't really count, so, I don't know. We'll see how I do. It's kind of like a benchmark activity. Okay, next day. Or we can look at this day. 61 books on the second day. I wrote about how I can tell that I'm being picky about the books. Bought some high-ranking books because they were really expensive. High-ranking books, I'll buy a book ranked 4K if it's going to sell for $25 or $30 or more. Like, usually the books that are ranked like that are gonna still sell. They're just gonna take a little bit longer to sell. Especially if I'm paying $1 and it's gonna wind up selling for 40. Yeah, what's the worst case scenario is that I spend 15 cents to discard it if it doesn't sell, so I'm in $1.15 to possibly make 40. I'm fine with that risk. I didn't sleep for shit. I don't know why. For some reason, my brain was going like 90 to nothing thinking about business, and it seems to happen whenever I go on vacation that I don't sleep very well. I guess some people don't sleep as good when they're not at home. I wrote that I'm happy because I've already paid for my trip on the two sourcing days. I really did. Like, that's all it takes. And if you just want to pay for a vacation, go source the first 2 days, and then the rest of it just go hang out. Like, you really don't, like, if you wait for the right time to travel, you will never go anywhere in your life. Like, it sounds kind of crazy, but like, the money's never going to be there, the timing's never going to be right. Like, you just have to go. And I've seen so many people just be like, I'm going to wait until I retire, I'm going to wait until I do this, or I'm going to wait for X event to happen. You're going to be fucking old and have never gone anywhere if you don't go now. Like, I'm 23. Do you think I want to go do all the shit I did in the last week when I'm 53? Like, no, like, I want to enjoy it now. Why would you wait? Like, I can do other stuff when I'm 53. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being old and traveling, but why wouldn't you travel when you're young and you can take pictures of yourself young and, you know, it's just, that's my 2 cents. Don't wait. Like, I'm not saying go get a travel loan. Like, I'm not saying that, but I am saying, like, if you're just one of those people who keeps your nose to the grindstone 24/7, you're gonna look up 5-10 years from now and be like, what am I even doing this for? Like, you know, that's not the point of having money. The point of having money is to spend it and enjoy it. Like, that's, if you just stockpile money, yeah, you're gonna be financially secure, but you're also gonna be really fucking bored. Okay, rant over. Day 3 in Airbnb. I stayed in Chattanooga. Another phenomenal Airbnb experience, guys. I stayed in a freaking like studio apartment in the woods at the foot of Lookout Mountain for $85 a night. Sourcing, I didn't even go sourcing. I just went to the aquarium. Oh, here's my, I'm trying to be more mindful and realize that work 24/7 is pointless if you don't enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's exactly what I just said in a more concise way. Ben and Jerry's, I fuck with Ben and Jerry's. That stuff was so good. I got, I think the Jimmy Fallon one and the PB scoops. It's peanut butter, like it's got like cookie dough in it. I don't know. It's diabetes written all over it, but it was good. Aquarium costs $24. Y'all, get you a card that says you have a student discount. If you're not a student, you better figure out a way to get your student discount. I'm not even a student anymore, but I still use my student discount card everywhere. It brought the cost of the aquarium down from $30 to $24. Parking was $15. Sat down and wrote a little bit about how far I've come in the last few years, my business and my personal growth. I wouldn't change a thing. It's been a great ride so far, blah, 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 blah. I gotta move this because my air conditioner thing's coming on and I think it's gonna be really loud. Yeah, so the tourist day was $150, $189. So day 4, let's see, let's get situated in here. I'm at my grandma's house, so that's kind of why I'm not my usual background. Alright, so, let's see. Day 4 was another day in Chattanooga. I went to ride the Incline Railway, which is a little train thing up to the top of Lookout Mountain. I went to Point Park, and I swear to you guys, that was one of the coolest places I've ever been in my entire life. Point Park on top of Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I ate chocolate and water for lunch, and Ladies of Charity thrift store is a thrift store in Chattanooga that I recommend you stop by. Goodwill in Chattanooga, awful. Salvation Army in Chattanooga, awful. Disgusting. Oh my god, never go there. The prices are so freaking high. Like, Chattanooga sourcing was pretty much terrible, so I'm glad that I had a vacation plan there. That was really my vacation portion of the trip. McKay's, I did stop in there and get this big ass pile of free books, so I'm probably going to make $150 to $200 off of the free pile. America's Thrift Store, I popped on a couple of textbooks from there, so that was about $100 profit. I wrote about how sucky sourcing in Chattanooga was. You can pause this if you want to read in depth how the day went. Oh, there were a lot of other resellers on the road, or not on the road, but while I was out scanning, so that was kind of annoying because I'm not used to having to deal with that, but I have a really bad bitchy resting face, so I'm pretty sure that they were the ones who felt uncomfortable because I don't care. Like, I don't hide the fact that I'm scanning, I don't hide the fact that I'm a reseller. I'm just like, whatever, if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. So, anyways, day 5 was leaving Chattanooga and headed to Huntsville. So the Airbnb in Huntsville was freaking nice, and it was $60. $59.55 was how much it cost for an apartment. It's off to the side of these people's house. It's a garage apartment, and it had its own like living room, a TV, a bedroom, like everything's in one room, but kitchen, bathroom, really really nice for $60. Kimball, Tennessee Goodwill, really nice. I just happened to hit that while it's about halfway between Chattanooga and Huntsville. Kimball, Tennessee Goodwill, I would stop there again for sure. I found a lot of clothes and 13 books. Unclaimed Baggage was cool. That was a neat place to go to. Prices for clothes are way too high, but the book prices were great. Salvation Army, 21 books, 7 pieces of clothing. This was Salvation Army Huntsville. Salvation Army Huntsville is undergoing some renovations right now, but they have a pretty good selection. Not the classiest of places, but definitely good prices and good selection. Thrifted as I drove out of Chattanooga into Huntsville, Salvos in Huntsville, at my Airbnb. I've got a freaking studying. I did study today and yesterday, so y'all should be proud of me. Last day of the trip, real quick, I only went to 2 thrift stores, and then I went to Lowe's when I got home. Got some pretty good shit from Lowe's. With retail arbitrage, I usually just try to double my money, so if I spend $50, I want to make that money back plus an additional $50, and I'll make a little bit over that with these 7 products that I found. So yeah, the total breakdown was $1,069 for a pretty much 6-day trip. 5 nights, 6 days. So hopefully this video is somewhat helpful to you. I wanted to show that you can still travel and work and have fun And if you've been following my Instagram at BellaStayFly, you can see a little bit more details of my travels and things like that, a little bit more personal side of me. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching.